Forecast First, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wow, what a difference 24 hours can make. It's like a completely different season or a different part of the country that we're in here today after the big drop in temperatures. We've still got rain going on in Champaign, a line that literally is riding along I-57 right now. As you go from Rantoul here and then down to Tuscola, Newman, and all of this is clearing off to the east. The good news is the rain is ending, and so if you're heading to those Friday night football games, you're going to be okay. The problem is you better bundle up. It is currently 42 degrees. But it feels like the 30s with the wind chill factored in. It's going to be a chilly night. We easily slip down to the 30s by 10 o'clock. So how does the rest of your weekend shape up? We'll look at that in your forecast coming up. WCIA 3 News starts.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
I would like to give all my thanks to Georgetown people especially. It's a great school.
Prayers are flooding in as a 7-year-old fights for his life, and they're coming in from all over the country.
Plus, a dog brought home a bone, and it turned out to be human remains. But that's not the only shock in this discovery.
And her story of being kidnapped and survival made national headlines. What Elizabeth Smart was doing in central Illinois today.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
You know, we appreciate it. We love the prayers. I hope they keep coming.
Georgetown is rallying around a 7-year-old tonight as he fights for his life after a car accident. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Wyatt Pope was in the car with his dad when they were involved in an accident Wednesday. They crashed at the intersection of Route 1 and County Road 900 near Georgetown. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is here now. So, Andy, what are people doing?
Well, Jennifer, the hashtag Pray for Wyatt is circulating on social media right now. People are using it as a way to show his family support. Wyatt's father, Nick, was pronounced dead at the scene of the accident. The family says he had a seizure while driving. Wyatt was airlifted to Carl Hospital. The Georgetown Fire District updated their profile photo to Wyatt. Posts and prayers have even come as far as Florida. His grandfather says seeing the support from all over has helped comfort the family.
Things are coming in on Facebook from everywhere. I can't even start to name the places, but his school teachers, Wyatt's school teachers that came up, his classmates. It's heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time.
Wyatt is on life support tonight. The family wants to thank everyone who reached out to them in the last few days. We're going to stay in contact and provide an update when we can. Paul?
Well, hopefully he pulls through. Andy, thanks. Well, Danville police were called to an abandoned house yesterday and found human remains inside. The house is on 3rd Street in Danville. It had previously caught fire twice last year, once in the spring, the other time in November. The house has been abandoned since the first fire. One neighbor says someone's pet made the discovery that prompted them to call police.
It turns out one of the neighbor's dogs found some of the bones and was bringing them home. And that's when the police were notified that, human remains were starting to show up.
State police forensics have taken over the case. Danville Fire says the connection between the previous fires and the remains are being investigated. We have new details about a shooting that put a middle school in Decatur on soft lockdown. Police say a second person was also shot. It happened on Running Red Boulevard and Charles Street near Stephen Decatur Middle School. They say a 24-year-old woman was in the car with the 26-year-old male victim when it happened. Both were taken to the hospital. No arrests have been made at this time.
Another swastika was found drawn in a bathroom on U of I's campus. It's the second this week. A resident advisor found this one at Taft Hall on 4th and Peabody. The estimated cost to remove it is $150. Another swastika was found Monday at the Foreign Languages Building on the Quad. And a student workers' presentation at a housing meeting had anti-Semitic content. The U of I's chancellor sent out an apology to students earlier this week. He says anti-Semitism training is now going to be required for housing workers and RAs.
City leaders in Urbana want you to be aware of a fake GoFundMe campaign. The page is called Support Jeff Recovery. Officials say it's a phishing method to steal your personal information. A message is sent from a fake email address. It includes the city's name and logo. The email asks for help for a sick child, but the child doesn't exist. Officials say if you get anything from the city of Urbana asking for money, you should question whether it's legitimate. A kidnapping survivor was in Vermilion County today to talk to teachers and school administrators. Elizabeth Smart talked about her abduction and 9 months in captivity. She says thinking about her family's unconditional love for her gave her hope in dark times. Smart also called the teachers and counselors in the room the first line of defense in helping protect and help child victims of trauma.
You will see firsthand survivor stories, and her message of hope and forgiveness was something that I needed to hear and to be reminded, because some of the stories are dark.
Another thing they discussed was compassion fatigue. That's for counselors and teachers dealing with student trauma.
Hot air balloons will be flying high in the sky this weekend, where you'll find all the fun.
Plus, another Illini great is standing tall outside Memorial Stadium. Wait until you hear the inspiration behind the face forever commemorated on Dick Butkus's bronze statue.